Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. I am Glory, the Golden Light Goddess, and I'm here today to do a monthly general reading for the sign of Capricorn. You'll find a description in the box below regarding the readings that were missed in the month of March. I do want to apologize to all my viewers. And as I mentioned, a description is below about missing those readings. So this month we are doing a 7-card spread using 2 decks. The primary deck will be The Legacy of the Divine by Ciro Marchetti, and then we'll be pulling a guidance card from the Starstream Oracle by Cheryl Yambrock Rose. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the reading for Capricorn for the month of April. Alright, so we'll start out with our overriding card, the energy that is, let me make sure my lighting is okay here. Let's see. Trying to get you a good view of your overall card. There it is, the 7 of Pentacles here for the month of April. The 7 of Pentacles is about planting seeds for an abundant harvest. It's about working on a project or having a vision about what it is that you're wanting to manifest in the future. Be it near future or future far away. But this is really about working hard towards a goal, a vision. So we'll take a look at the rest of your cards for the month of April, and we'll take a look at how this 7 of Pentacles is lining up for the sign of Capricorn. So, calling on my guides, spiritual teachers, helpers, all that love and surrounds me and the sign of Capricorn. Asking for vision, wisdom, and clarity as we look into the energies for the upcoming month of April 2018. Giving thanks in advance as we look at the energies that are available for the sign of Capricorn for the month of April 2018. Alright. With the cards revealed for the sign of Capricorn for April 2018. Also, if you know your rising sign or your moon sign, I encourage you to take a look at the readings for those signs as well for additional clarity. As an additional bonus, this month we're missing the readings in March. I will also be doing 2 additional outcome cards in this reading. Alright, that feels pretty good for Capricorn. Let's go ahead and give the cards a cut, and we'll take a look at your cards for the month of April. Alright, so Capricorn, let's go ahead now and take a look at the cards that came out for the sign of Capricorn. Alright, so we are starting here with your past position. And you do have the Justice card, and let me give you a good look here. The Justice card is coming up as your in your past position. So the Justice card is all about cause and effect. It's all about you could have dealt with legal matters in the recent past. This card is coming in the upright, so that signifies that if there was a legal matter, then there was a win-win solution in this matter. This card also signifies balance. So if it could also indicate that in the past you've responded in a very balanced way and had a very balanced approach to how you were doing things. So Justice card is a major arcana and a very interesting card. Now, in your current position, you do have another judging type of card. It is the Judgment card itself, another major arcana. In fact, Capricorn, you have 3 major arcanas coming out for your past, present, and your future card. So that indicates that there's been probably a lot of changes in your life recently, and perhaps even now as we speak. The Judgment card is about clarity. It's about making a final decision, making a choice. It's a wake-up call for your purpose. So you are at a place right now where you are perhaps weighing your options, making a decision about what your next move will be, what your next goal will be, as we mentioned with your overall energy card here being the 7 of Pentacles. That very much indicates that you are indeed working on getting things done, putting a vision together, lining up lining up your ducks in a row in order to realize the vision that you have outlined for yourself there. So very much at a position where you're either making decisions or weighing your options and your choices. All right, so in your future position, as I mentioned, you do have all 3 major arcanas coming out here, and the Emperor is coming in your future position here. Now, the Emperor is all about, this could also signify another fire sign, possibly an Aries. This card does represent the sign of Aries. So when we look at the Emperor, this is about being in a very powerful position, very respected, very strong, and in control of your destiny, in control of how you're moving and interacting with the world and with your circumstances. So the Emperor here coming in your future position does indicate more of what we've talked about with preparing for a harvest, being in a position to not only have that harvest, but to be very strategic with handling your business and your affairs in the very near future. So that's looking very good for Capricorn here with the Emperor and your future position. Now, in your next position, we do have the Knight of Coins. This card actually represents your current position. It goes very well with your overall energy card here. And so we see that you have the Knight of Coins coming in as your the position that you're currently holding. And this is about being patient, also about hard work, possibly even travel. But the hard work part is what sticks out to me when I see this Knight of Coins, because you see here that there are very strong and powerful horses here on this particular card, which when I see this picture, I always think of strength, power, which was more of what we saw here as well with the Emperor card coming in your future position. So again, this is shaping up and looking very much like Capricorns are working very diligently, very hard to line themselves up, and they're actually, you guys are doing a fabulous job of putting yourself in a position where you're ready to draw this harvest that you're preparing there. So I love seeing the Knight of Coins as your current position, because as I mentioned, these cards, both of these cards represent your current position or how you're seeing things. So next up we have the Five of Wands coming up in the reverse. All right, this particular card actually represents internal focus, what you're internally, where your power actually is. So we see this Five of Wands coming up in the reverse. And we know that when we see the Five of Wands in the upright here, that it's all about strife and struggle, conflict, things of that nature. So the Five of Wands in the reverse is actually about moving on, forgiveness. It's about recovery here. So this card, as I mentioned, represents your internal power, the internal force, the energy that you have working in your favor internally, is your ability to be very forgiving, your ability to move on and not get stuck in a rut of repetitive negative thinking, or by negative people in your atmosphere. Your ability to move past that and brush your shoulders off and keep it moving is a very powerful and positive internal force to have. So that's another wonderful card, Capricorn, to see coming in there in your internal influence. Now, when we move out to your external influence, all right, we do have the Six of Wands coming up. This card indicates victory. So I really like the way this reading is shaping up for the sign of Capricorn. Externally, the influence, you're coming up with victory as your external influence. So that means what I'm already sensing, more of what I'm already sensing here in this reading for the sign of Capricorn, is that you're working very hard towards a goal that you've either recently set for yourself, or something that's been in play for many moons. Whatever the case may be, there is a very strong indication that you're working hard towards a goal, that you have the internal fortitude and the external energy working in your favor to produce the harvest, to produce that victory that you've been working and continue to work very hard towards. So again, another lovely card to see coming in your reading this month, Capricorn. Now, as our final outcome card, as I mentioned, we're actually doing 3 cards as an outcome card. And here you're pulling the Three of Coins, all right? More hard work, more very focused on what you're doing. This gentleman is looking and working on these coins. He has his coins behind him, and he's also working on those coins as well. He's very skillful, and he's a craftsman. You know, this could even signify home repairs. If you're working right now with a project where you're repairing something or renewing or renovating something, this is all about being very skillful and very craftsman-like in what you're doing. A very good craftsman is what I want to say there. Now, the other 2 cards that came out with this are just absolutely wonderful. Once more, you have the King of Coins, all right? coming out as with this card. Whoops, I'm sorry, I pulled the wrong card there. Here is the King of Coins. You have the King of Coins, a master of his money, a master of finances, an absolute master of very solid and material success is what this card represents. So you have this wonderful skill. You're very good at what you're doing, or you're becoming very good at what you're doing. In addition to that, you have the masterful being a very successful financial being able to manage finances very well, being very solid and practical. All right. In addition to that, along with this outcome card, you're also pulling in the Empress. Now, as if it wasn't enough that you have the Emperor coming in your future position, indicating very powerful and the ability to really manifest very, very, very carefully and skillfully. Again, is a word that continues to come to me with the sign of Capricorn for April. Somehow this has a lot to do with your ability to be very skilled and a very good craftsman, working very hard there. So again, getting back to this Emperor and Empress combination here, this is abundance. This is fertility coming in with the King of Coins, the master of coins, the master of finances. Along with that master, you have the Empress, which is another. Both of these cards signify abundance. In one word, if I were to sum these two combination of cards up in one word, it would definitely be abundance. This Empress could also mean pregnancy. So if you're trying to get pregnant or hoping to get pregnant, or maybe you just found out you're pregnant or someone close to you is, this Empress also signifies that type of fertility. But in the combination where we have that masterful ability coming in the middle of two abundant cards, it says to me very clearly that once again, getting back to your overall energy card that came up, you're working very hard and you're getting very close to the point where you have truly manifested the financial abundance that you've been working towards. And again, feeling that this has something to do, your reading for the month of April is very much signifying career, your expertise, your knowledge base, the things that you're good at doing will absolutely be a large part of your energy here coming up in April. So a very good reading for you coming in for the month of April, Capricorn. All right, so let's go ahead now and take a look at your final guidance card here. Again, I am using the Starstream Oracle. This is a lovely deck that I don't use very often, but whenever I do use it, I really do enjoy using this deck. So, calling on my angels, guides, spiritual teachers, and helpers, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Capricorn, asking for one additional guidance card for the sign of Capricorn to close out their beautiful reading for the month of April. One additional guidance card for the sign of Capricorn. All right. See what we can get to come out for Capricorn today. You have indeed had a wonderful reading, and I'm feeling to take that card right there. So let's see how we'll be closing your reading out today. Oh, wow. Capricorn, this card says a sacred gift is coming to you. And really, Capricorn, throughout your reading, I really did feel a sense of just again, you had the three majors coming out representing your energy here on the left, as well as the Knight of Coin, and then your outcome cards just absolutely amazing with the Harvest card. So to see that you have a wonderful gift coming to you is no surprise for me here. It's actually a very pleasant surprise. So kudos to you, Capricorn, and be on the watch out for this magical gift that you've worked so very wonderful, so very hard and diligent at creating for yourself. All right, so that does conclude your reading, your wonderful reading, Capricorn, for the month of April, and I will see you back here again in the month of May. Namaste.